What's going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of Toonen and Dillon, the podcast, and not just me and Will this week. We got a very special guest from here in Philadelphia, and arguably, we'll get into it, but arguably some of the best cheesesteaks around, if not the best. You might be put to the test here. So, without further ado, Scott from Shay's Subs in Philadelphia. How you doing?
I'm AJ and Will. Good to meet you, Will. Good to see you again, AJ.
Good to meet you, Scott. Appreciate you jumping on.
Will, where are you right now?
I'm in Green Bay right now. I don't know if you can see behind me, but Lambeau Field is right there. Probably the similar type of fandom you have for the Eagles. I do have for the Packers, born and raised here. Are you from Philadelphia as well?
61 years, Will.
61. Okay, so you got a couple of years on me, but
yeah, just a couple.
Just a couple. But yeah, obviously, like you bleed your team's colors, and it's tough to stray away from that. But I'm learning to root for the Eagles in some capacity with the brother-in-law being on them and everything. But it's gonna be.
Will's wearing an Eagles jersey at Lambeau Field, Week 10.
Oh man, dude! I don't know if I can claim that yet. I don't know if you can claim that yet. No, that's gonna be. I mean, that's what I kind of want to talk about a little bit. It's like AJ, a little bit of a homecoming schedule's coming out. So recording on Tuesday, so the schedule's not officially all out when this podcast comes out on Thursday. But Week 10 at Lambeau, Monday Night Football.
How are you going to be received, AJ? Standing ovation, loud cheers, what?
It's not up to me. I'll let the fans figure that out. But I know how I'll be walking in the building. Mine on the end zone.
Little emotional.
Yeah, definitely emotional. Been there for 5 years, great 5 years. But it's gonna be fun to get back out there. I know that field well. I know the environment. I might actually go stop at my house. maybe I'll sleep there. Go up to Door County for a day. Get the boys some AC tap.
There you go.
That'd be
you're probably gonna be in charge of team dinner and stuff.
Celebration wings.
Yes, dude. Oh, dude, that would be sick. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, we could definitely make that happen.
Scott, there's a spot you'll appreciate this as a foodie yourself. There's a spot. It's a dive bar up in Door County, which is like it's all on the lake. It's the Cape Cod of the Midwest. You're on the East Coast, so imagine Cape Cod but lakes. And so all mom and pop shops, but there's this dive bar. It's called AC Tap. I've been a big proponent telling people and sharing this with people for years now. And they have these garlic parm wings that are the best garlic parm wings you'll have anywhere. I would put them against any garlic parm wings from anywhere. And they're what are they? It's twice fried. And
I think they bake them and then they flash fry them. So like they're like ready to go, and then they flash fry them. So like they're twice cooked.
I think they flash fry them.
Like that.
Flash fry them, then bake them, and then they fry them again.
Well, I got good news for you, AJ. So part of Shay's is we make wings, but we don't have them on the menu. I have 5 different sauces. You live nearby, from what I understand. We're going to get you on your garlic parmesan wing game. We have these. Everything's fresh, nothing frozen. We got these beautiful plump wings. You'll come in. I make personally a garlic parmesan wing. I'll send you a picture one after the show, and we'll get AJ's Dillon's garlic parmesan wings in Philly on our menu. What do you think about that?
We call them some quads. Get the quads. Order the quads.
Quadzillas.
Yeah, do chicken thighs instead of something. That'd be crazy.
You know what? We can probably do a thigh with it. Let's get crazy.
I know Saquon already has. I know he already has a sandwich over there, but maybe we go half and half on 2 different flavors of the legs.
Not the worst idea I've heard. We got Meek Mill designed a sandwich. Saquon got something in the works. So, you ever hear of Meek Mill by any chance, Will?
Yeah, I know who Meek Mill is. I'm a fan. Yeah, he's. I know he's loved by the city of Philadelphia. That's for sure.
AJ, you don't know how much you're going to be loved. I've watched you play since your rookie year. You play hard. You don't fumble the ball. You don't go down easy. You average. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You give 100% every time. The city is going to embrace you. Be prepared not to go out in public without a hat and like a disguise.
Yeah. It's cool right now. I can sneak under the radar. Some guys have been telling me that like once the season gets going and like I start playing, we're in the media. They're like, "Oh, you're new, so it's like it's okay." But like once you know, they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like to walk. I'm walking around. I'm going to the shops." You're like, "Nah." They're like,
"They're gonna love you," but it's like, "Can I take a selfie? Can I take like?" It's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Especially if you walk through. Put the hat on, bring it down low, and you'll be all right.
Hey, I love it.
I'll be his bodyguard.
Hats are the name of the
you ain't
game
big
for the
enough.
ball, man.
Will you ever have a cheesesteak?
I have, but I haven't had a Philadelphia cheesesteak. I've actually never been to the city before. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, you're going to be in a couple times this year, obviously.
Oh, 100%. I'm going to be out there probably for the season opener, which I'm really excited about. You kind of were mentioning this pre-pod that when the boys come to town, it's a different beast. So do you do some sort of tailgate for Philly games or?
Everybody does one. Like there's 2 million people in the city. There'll be 50,000 tailgates everywhere.
Yeah.
The city the people don't bleed. The whole city bleeds green. Like it's a ghost town between 1 and 4 on Sundays. We have an early game. I don't think Green Bay has a fan base that is fervent. I mean, behind the team, but Philly is nuts. The mood on Monday for 17 weeks is driven by a win or a loss. You think I'm kidding? Go into work, people are depressed. I know you don't believe me.
No, that's what it's like here. I'm not gonna lie, it's the same thing here. But I know, but you guys are like a little bit more cutthroat when it comes to game day. I feel like it's a little more passion. We're kind of like, oh yeah, don't you know, and cheers at them. I think
you're friendly from the north. You're friendly from the Midwest. We're crazy from the East Coast.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little different beast. People are like, oh yeah, come out to the Packer game, you'll enjoy it, and it's like, hey, I don't know if you want to go to the link. It's a hostile environment, so I like that though. I like that energy. It'll be fun to be a part of it for sure.
Well, before I know we got football. Let's talk, Scott. Let's talk a little Shay's steaks. Let's talk about speaking of game day. What game were you saying? It was like packed. You were doing like 200 cheesesteaks an hour during the playoffs.
Listen to me. Every game, there's a line around the corner right now for Eagles. People on their way down to the game. It's actually real fun because in the NFL is worldwide. So they play Pittsburgh, they play Dallas, they play anywhere in the country. People come in, so they come in a day early. And what does everybody want when they come into Philly?
They want the cheesesteak.
So they look for the number one cheesesteak on Google or Yelp. And Will, I got a secret for you. We're number one Google, Yelp, all the newspapers, TripAdvisor, you name it. We're number one.
There you go, Scott. I like that.
I'm a little offended by what AJ said 2 times. One, he said arguably the best. No, we have empirical evidence. 2,000 reviews of 4.9, and Yelp gave us the number 3 steakhouse in the United States. You heard that right, Will. The number 3 steakhouse. We make cheesesteaks. We're the only cheesesteak spot on Yelp's top 25 steakhouses. Number 3 in the country is a steakhouse, but we only make cheesesteaks. So the arguable word, I thought we were friends, AJ.
Hey, yeah. I love it. Let's go. I know where my first stop is now.
And the second thing that AJ, very disappointing, he doesn't respect the cheesesteak game. He sends me a text, Will, and he says, you can connect if you have a phone with a camera. I'm like, are there people everywhere except Kentucky that has a phone with a camera? Like, did he look at me and say, that's a flip phone. He probably doesn't have a camera in his iPhone. Seriously, AJ,
Hey, oh, man. I just wanted to make sure you're prepared. The best thing you can do is over communicate. Hey, no, I will say we went there. Scott was very hospitable. My little sister Liv, she had a basketball game, an AAU tournament right down the road here, and I went and they got the dub, and they wanted to celebrate because you know how AAU is in travel sports. They had a game the next day or 2 more games, so the parents wanted to get the girls all together to eat, and the coach, and they're like, where should we go? I'm like, I've been in Philadelphia about 10 minutes. I don't know, especially not for like 20 people. I'm not really sure, but I got this guy. He hit me up the other day. He promised me that it was going to be the best cheesesteak ever. He told me to come in. I'll see. It might be a long shot. And I texted Scott, and within like 20 minutes, not even, but within 5 minutes, he's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Give me a half hour. We'll take care of you guys. And we pulled up. And he had s'mores ready. He had made the homemade fries. Gave us a tour of the entire thing, And I know our guys got video. I sent them some videos, so maybe we'll be able to splice it in there. But, yeah, I mean, Scott, talk about Shay's, obviously the line, the reviews, the Yelp. But
I'll make it quick. The first thing I want to talk about is you, my friend. The first thing that I can't wait to put this out there. So I make cheesesteaks. You eat cheesesteak, right? And then I make these s'mores like live. Well, like I get the graham crackers, the marshmallow chocolate, salted caramel drizzle, and I get out like a flamethrower thing, whatever that's called, and I make it, and everybody's like, ooh, ah. And I say, hey, AJ, you got to taste this. He went, nope, football season's coming. He wouldn't take one bite. And I started to put a little pressure. I'm like, just one bite. He's like, no. I'm like, you know what? This city's going to freaking love you. Like, it's in May, and he won't take one bite of s'more because the man's in crazy shape. And, like, he wouldn't eat one bite. I mean, that's what the city's going to love. Like, for who, for what? When Ricky Waters did that, he was out of town. Like, for who, for what's not going to work. People like Saquon and AJ are just beloved because the whole team. We embrace it for lots of reasons, and we appreciate that. Now, I'll give you a little bit of Shay's talk. My parents owned a place 50 years ago, Will, called Shay's. My grandfather passed. Quick story. Dad buys a place in South Philly, steaks, hoagies, ice cream. They have it for 25 years. They get older in 2000. They sell it. They pass away in 06, 07. Quick version, my wife and I live in the building. My wife says, let's recreate Shay's. I said, only if we recreate the cheesesteak. It's iconic. People all over the world come, 80 years cheesesteaks. I'm like, but I've been making cheesesteaks my whole life. Not the frozen stuff that everybody serves you. Not the cheese whiz, not the great rolls, the real good steak. It's a cheesesteak. That's the hero. See, on those, you probably watch them, AJ, right? The cooking shows. The hero is the food. So I say we don't own a freezer. We don't own a can opener. We get up to 500 pounds of real prime rib, filet mignon, Wagyu, New York strip every morning. And we slice it down. I was walking around with them, right, AJ?
Yeah, you were. We got the videos. They're going to put it
20-pound slabs, and they trim them, boom, on the slicer from 8 in the morning till 10 at night. I have somebody just slicing meat, cheese, onions, pepper. So how bad can it be? You're getting the best quality prime rib or filet mignon. They cook it with butter because that's how you cook steak, right? Butter, saute the onions. You don't have them sitting on the grill for a half hour. The meat's not on the grill. And you're ready for this, Will? You design your own. You pick which one of the meats you want, what kind of cheeses you want, and we season it like a real steak. Red garlic jalapeno, buttery steakhouse, black garlic and truffle, and they make it for you. Now, it's gotten to be a challenge, AJ, when you're doing 200 an hour. That's 4 chefs, 3 screens, 5 kiosks. We started making 35 cheesesteaks 1 year ago. We do 80 dozen a day on the weekend. 80 dozen. So, and I don't like people waiting. Like, I want everybody out in 20 minutes. Yeah. But it's been so much fun. So it's named after my mom, Shay, and that's really special to me. It's called really Shay's because my mother was Shay. And awesome.
Sounds like a scene from The Bear.
No, people. I mean, I'm way better looking, but people say it's very similar.
That's cool.
Like, I never owned a restaurant. I was 60 years old. We live right above it. And how hard can it be? Fresh meat, butter, cheese. I think AJ came in the back. Next time he's going to be on the grill. Yeah, he walked around the whole shop a couple times.
I did. I thought you were going to hand me the spatula. I was ready. Next time I'm there.
I got a great video I'm going to send you of your teammate, Trotter Jr. Trotter Sr. Had come in, and he was named the Axeman. And he gets on the grill making food. He comes in quite often. And my staff's like, the Axeman's got a spatula now. And he turns around. I don't know if you've ever seen Trot Sr. He's got the biggest, better smile than you guys. And he turns around with the spatula. Man, it's 7 seconds, just greatness. So next time you're in.
Well, speaking of your spot, you have a picture wall, a bunch of people in there from celebrities, athletes, whoever it may be, and it's constantly growing. I think I have a quick video in there, but like if we do splice it in there, but. Who do you have? What's it been? A year and a month?
It's been a year, but that wall's only been about 2 months. So
2 months.
2 months. People come in.
You don't got to name drop, but this is the podcast. People want to know who's been in. You go to Shay's Steak. You've been eating at the same place as.
Yep. So I don't like. I'm never going to put his photo on Instagram. I'm not going to. But people come in. We smile. It's an atmosphere where we're making s'mores and laughing, playing. We went and played some basketball with the girls in the court. So. Yep. Which started early on with the Red Clay Strays. I don't know if you've ever heard. It's a country group. They were small, holding my baby, laughing, making them food. They just won. It's a good luck wall, AJ. They just won the Country Music Awards for Best Group and Best New Group and Best Country Group. AMA, CMAs. They're on the wall. I talk to Blaine like all the time. They've been in 3 times. Last time they came in and ordered 50. He'll text, give me back. Just the nicest dude. They're all so nice. Like, what a gentleman AJ is, right? Like, I didn't even know that, and I'm not kissing his ass. Sorry for saying that word.
Yeah, you can cuss on the podcast.
Yeah.
So we had them in. Then me and Meek Mill, if you ever heard him, we talked about you did. Very friendly, talk all the time, travel together, play ping pong. He came in like an hour after you did, AJ. Everybody loves cheesesteaks, right? Everybody. So Meek brought in Gilly the Kid and Wallow. So they've been in there on the wall. And then we have some football players. So this football player, I think AJ might know him, Saquon Barkley, throws out the first pitch for the Phillies this year, wins the Super Bowl, extremely instrumental in getting us there and winning the Super Bowl. He throws out the first pitch, hits me up. I'm coming down. I won't say what inning he got there, but they might have still been playing. He's wearing the Phillies jersey throughout the first pitch. Came in and ate cheesesteaks with his boys.
That's good.
And then everybody from the world's heavyweight arm wrestling champion, 8 years running. She's been in the yo-yo champion, the chess champion. You name it. So we have a wall.
Yeah.
One guy came in 12 days in a row with his daughters for volleyball. You went to AAU, AJ?
Yeah.
Women. So there's tournaments. Guy was in 12 days in a row with his 2 daughters, and I put him on the wall.
I think that's wall worthy right there. 12 days in a row is wall worthy.
No, we're gonna have to coin that phrase. Wall worthy.
Wall worthy.
Yeah, I like that.
Wall worthy. We have so I'm missing out. Don't tell my wife. I hope she's not gonna listen. This will be between us. All the wrestlers come in from Ric Flair to Rikishi to Rob Van Dam. Yeah. So I befriended them like the first month, and they love cheesesteaks, right? Common theme. They came in every day, text. The NWA rented out the restaurant, and we were playing beer pong with all the wrestlers. So they're on the wall. The NWA 10 pounds of gold belt, it's really 10 pounds of gold worth like $500,000. When they NWA is in Friday. When they finish the match, the whole card comes. We open the doors. I told the AG, we're closed. We open the doors. They stay till 2, 3 in the morning, the whole wrestling card. But they haven't been here in 3 months, and I'm going away. So I'm going to have my people there. And we had the ECW and TNA. And it's just fun. And we've had wrestlers and the Cleveland Church Choir.
It's not your average cheesesteak spot. This sounds like a party every time more than anything.
Hey,
it
you
sounds
got a
like
Wagyu cheesesteak, filet, quesadillas. You name it. Apparently mystery wings that I wasn't privy to.
Just the Philly way, like just kind of having hidden menus and everything.
You just gotta know. You just gotta know a guy. You know a Scott. You never know.
I'm a little touched, Will. You'll see that when we meet. And if your sister and brother-in-law don't want to hang out, you want to hang out with the cool people. You come down. We're a couple blocks away.
Okay. That sounds awesome. It sounds like
I'm going to say, have you? I mean, that's enough about Shay's. We're going to do this again. We did so Major Wrestling, like the World WWH. They did a podcast live from Shay's.
Really? No kidding.
One day, like crazy. We're playing beer pong. We beat them. There's some videos out there, but. If you come to town, there's no reason we shouldn't do the back room, shut it down. You got to do a little live broadcast, baby.
Have cheesesteaks on hand.
On me, baby. And by the way, I know that I probably don't want to say this, but he came in, but I don't think he knew everybody, but what a classy man AJ is, took care of all the kids and families. He walked in, they didn't even know. So, I mean, just a classy young man. And I met his mom. I can see why. Like the whole family is good people. So, Will, I hope I haven't met your sister yet. He'll probably keep her away from me. He's going to keep my 2-year-old son away from my 2-year-old daughter.
Play date. Set it up.
So if it's okay, I'm going to listen to you guys talk a little football, and I'll just stay in the corner. Is that okay?
Yeah,
man. You chime in too. I mean, I'm assuming you're an Eagles fan. Have you ever traveled out for an away game or set up a tailgate of hey, we're making cheesesteaks and hey, maybe Green Bay, Wisconsin, November 10th?
Yeah, well, AJ's also minimized. Have you ever gone to an away game? Of course, I've gone to an away game. Well,
yeah.
I went to the Super Bowl, for God's sake.
Okay, yeah.
3 of them.
But to set up a cheesesteak tailgate, though.
No, I donate food, but don't tell people. If people come, I might donate. We donate to a lot of different organizations, children. We make meals for the elderly and sick. But I've donated to a couple. Tailgate's crazy. It's just that's not my speed. They drink a little bit. I want to say this in your podcast. We have been maligned unjustly. We threw snowballs at Santa in 1967, who was drunk, throwing up slovenly, and not like a real Santa. So we threw snowballs at him. And now, if you'll see, whatever gets the most clicks, since that incident, we've been probably on our best behavior, where in Dodger Stadium, they killed somebody, in Cleveland, they threw batteries. But Philly has that, and whatever gets you the most clicks is what they'll report. So if somebody like yells at somebody, the Philly fans, you're going to find that we're vocal and passionate, but we're not violent. We're good people. It's the city of brotherly love for a reason. And AJ's seen a little bit of that already.
Yeah.
And it's overrated. And I understand that's the perception because the media kind of controls that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but we kind of know the media controls some of that. So I'm looking forward to you when you coming in? Opening day, right? Well,
I'm coming opening day. I'm trying to figure out a weekend to come in this summer where AJ doesn't have such a busy schedule. I'm definitely going to get out before that.
Well, you don't see. He's going to be busy. Leave him alone. He's got his season. You come hang out with him, right? You let him work out and eat right and read the playbook and practice, and you come hang out with us.
All right, that sounds great.
We got the office space right here. You know, you can.
Yeah, I can set up. Yeah, I could easily set up there. It looks like you got a cool background too. Great for the Zoom calls.
You have no children yet, right? Well, just a wife.
No children. Just got married last month. A month ago in 2 days. So really fresh marriage. Happy wife, happy life. That's it right there, right?
That's it. Just keep.
And I think AJ figured out he has to feed his wife.
Yeah. She's a foodie, so it's that, and wherever she wants to go, we're going.
Wherever you want to go. I saw on in Instagram you have date night planned or something.
Yeah. She like when it comes to itinerary, like she takes care of all that. Like my vitamins in the morning, she knows. Like I do my body scan, it'll come back like, oh, you're deficient in this, whatever, you need this. Like she'll have it all. Like, and it's just like I wake up, there's a little water, a little vitamin tray, take that, go about my day, come back.
Little golf clap for her.
Yeah. When we're traveling,
shout out Gab, honestly, she takes care of AJ.
Yeah, we're traveling. It's just I'm like, can you pack for me? I'll close the suitcases, I'll carry them through the airport, but just like I don't want to think about what I gotta wear here and there. So she definitely takes care of everything.
Just a true football guy.
I did literally the equipment manager. You need them. I did see this trend we've been joking about a lot lately. Because we're in a new spot, but obviously we're closer to the East Coast, so I got family and friends. We're trying to figure out when do we go to Boston, when do we go to Connecticut, when do we go to New York, and do this and do that. You know, it's because now we have the opportunity to a lot easier. And there's this trend going on TikTok, and it was somebody talking about traveling and going out to eat. And it was like, should I go out to eat today? And the guy's like, you know, every time I think about that, I just say F-I-B-I. He's like, F-I-B-I? Book it. Next time that you're like, I don't really know, fuck it, book it. It's like, words to live by until you can't do it anymore.
What we have to do is add up fuck it, book it with happy wife, happy life, and life is good.
I'm saying, like,
that's all it is.
That should be in the husband handbook. Like, oh, babe, can I do this? Fuck it, book it. You need nails? Fuck it, book it. You got it.
So I will give you a 61-year-old's piece of advice. Let them make every decision except a couple important ones. Where do you want to eat dinner? What color you want the baby to wear? What bows in his hair? You want to go to Turks and Caicos to the Bahamas? Where it comes to buy the house, what religion with the child, like 2 or 3, let them make them all. Give a little like shit, like babe, I want to, okay, you know, add up some points. But if it's a little thing, what color the baby's room is going to be? Do you like that rocker or that rocker? Which cat? Whatever you want, honey.
Yeah.
Give her some shit like she thinks
I've learned too through planning the wedding. You can't be like, I don't care, you choose. You gotta seem interested too. You gotta be interested in it.
We're gonna be interested. 3 of us are gonna be interested, but let her show interest, give an opinion, let her pick.
You got decisive, but not too decisive. You know,
there's a fine line.
If you get some pushback, just take it as an L, then it's a W in her book.
Yes.
And everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
That's funny. You know what? Speaking of conspiracies, I know we were talking about the Philly fans, and I know I wanted to make a point. I've run into a few fans so far. Everybody's been awesome. I know, social media hasn't started. We haven't had practice. I haven't, whatever. Nothing's happened yet. But I'd say all the Philly fans I met are great to that conspiracy. Another conspiracy going on right now is the NBA and the Mavericks getting the number 1 pick, which most would assume would be Cooper Flagg, who obviously is a phenom from Duke, but they had a 1.8% chance to get that in the lottery. And so I don't watch the NBA that closely. I watch during playoff time or the draft, like most people that aren't, gurus. But I saw a good point. It was like, did they say, hey, we need Luka on another big market team? You trade into the Lakers, take some heat, and then we'll get you another big market superstar.
I mean, that theory isn't like, it's just fishy. The NBA is.
Does the NBA has a script as well?
Why not just let the
As
Lakers
well? The NFL got a script?
My script for last year was trash.
It was tragic, actually.
It's terrible.
Well, we liked it over here in Philly.
Yeah, you really liked it.
Yeah, but we're back.
Conspiracy theorists. I mean, this is why that's BS. You might have a final of Indiana. New York's a big market team, but you're going to lose Boston, you lose LA. Like, I think we might have Oklahoma City, and who's the fourth team? Somebody else that nobody wants
Denver.
to watch. Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Indiana, Minnesota, and Oklahoma are not big markets. So there went the conspiracy theory. You would want LeBron in the playoffs, not get knocked out 4-1. You would want, Boston in the playoffs. There's some.
Yeah. What did so Scott? I kind of have an interesting question. So I feel like the rivalries for Wisconsin sports. Obviously we hate Chicago, but personally for me, like I strongly dislike the Vikings and all Minnesota sports. That's because I went to school out there too, so I've been around them too often. Anyway, so who would you guys rather see win? Would it be New York? Would it be Boston? Or does it just vary on different
New York's like
leagues?
our cousin. We don't have hatred
cousin?
for New York. We don't like Boston. We hate that. Like the Dallas rivalry is unparalleled.
Okay.
Like there's some great rivalries in all sports, but there is genuine dislike between Dallas and Eagles. How about them Cowboys? You're probably not old enough to know what that is. When Jerry Jones went on, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
Literally, it's just.
Does it stem from the 90s, really? Like, is that?
Yeah,
really?
It goes back to Buddy Ryan during the strike year and quote unquote scabs. I'm not saying anything about it, but we went after, we had Bountygate to take out, their kicker. Like literally, their kickers running downfield and three guys knocked to the 10-yard line. Like it goes back to Tony Dorsett.
November 23rd, 1989, the Bounty Bowl took place.
No, it's insane. It goes back 34
The little
years.
clip is just somebody getting beat up.
That was like Randall Cunningham time, right?
We win the Super Bowl and you got Kelsey up there saying "fuck the Cowboys." Like, no other team, no he's like "fuck the Cowboys." Sorry about that, but literally, the players don't like him. You're going to be required to not like him.
Yeah.
And I was starting to make a point, but I ramble. So when teams come in from out of town, all their fans come in. So and they come in a little early, and then the Eagles fans come in a little later. So you might have in Shay's, 30 Pittsburgh fans and 30 Eagles fans, and I break stones, and AJ don't know me that well, but I'll be like, so we live right above the restaurant, Will, right? I swear to you, on my kids, when Cowboys fans come in and we're crowded, I'm like, we're from Dallas. I'm like, he's a stinking Cowboy fan, and then the whole restaurant, boo! And my wife says, how many stinking Cowboys fans are in the restaurant? Because she hears us booing from our apartment upstairs, and I show her by the text. It's all in good fun. And then I throw out potato chips, and then I'm like, oh, Cowboys fan, you don't get any. And then, of course, I give it to them. But the ball-breaking episode,
you need
the
that.
minute they get off the plate.
That's what makes the rivalry fun, though. If it was just, you got to have some fun with it. You got to be able to poke the bear a little bit.
And so is the biggest Green Bay rival the Bears or the Vikings?
Well, the Bears were 17-3 with them the last 20 games we played.
That's not a rivalry.
That's just a little flick of the little brother. But the Vikings, they're tough. And then Lions.
They've been turning it on lately. We always split one.
We're kind of the most the Packers are the most hated team in the division because they you ask every fan base, the Lions, Vikings, Bears, they all hate the Packers because we consistently are the best in the division, which hasn't been saying much lately. I think we're the only one with the Super Bowl in the last 20 years.
Detroit's not in the conversation until the last 48 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they're they don't know how to act because their coach left, their offensive coordinator left. They're like, oh, how could he betray us? It's like, dude, he took a head coaching job. What league are you in? What are we doing here? Get with the program,
So, AJ, can I ask you a football question?
Yeah.
So I watch Detroit, and they're like, go for it on 4th and 6 from their own 30, mentality. Mm-hmm. And as a player, like, we're screaming at the TV. Like, in Philly, we're all screaming at the TV while we're watching. What are you doing? Why are you going? Like, we killed Sirianni. He's up 8, right, in the, fourth quarter. And the tush push is pretty awesome. It's 95%. He kicks the extra point to go up 9, and, that's 2 scores in the fourth. But there's a penalty on the other team that gets him to the 1, and he goes for 2. And we're like, no, they don't take the point off the board because you're up 9, and they wind up not getting it, and the other team drives it. Like, when a coach does something like gambles, I know all the players go for it, but you sound a little bit more intelligent than most.
Yeah.
How is it when your coach is a riverboat gambler?